said, now I want to just talk to you. I want to talk to you tonight. Jesus said to the woman at the well, because see, we always like talking about the woman at the well. We like to talk about how many husbands she had that were her. But Jesus wasn't concerned about that. What he was concerned about, her being submitted to God.
Oh, yes.
Because that was important. Her accountability. Her accountability.
My God, my God.
And so the woman began to talk about her church. Oh yes, when she talked about Abraham, our father Abraham done it this way.
All right.
Our father Abraham, see y'all missed the point. Y'all missed the point. Our father Abraham, you got to understand what she was talking about.
All right.
And so y'all know the story, how they went conversing back and forth, and Jesus told her that I would have given you water that you would never thirst. But but y'all missed it, because what Jesus was telling her, you got to be submitted in order to get this water.
All right.
I remember one time, and I don't forget a whole lot of things, but Ella Carter was here in this church, and he made a declaration that God was going to bless the people. And he said, but now what you got to do, you can't, when you get this money, you can't just start spending it, but you got to ask God. Do y'all remember that?
That's right.
Now I'm not a member of this church, but y'all should have remembered that.
I know.
I was giving you some instructions.
That's right.
And see, what's important is, I got to go back to the word important. What's important is that you was accountable to the word that God gave you.
That's right. Oh my God.
This is leadership. Leadership.
That's right.
Leadership. You got to be held accountable. I want to share something with y'all, what is happening in the 21st century in the church. You can go now and leave and start your own church.
Right.
But what's happening now in the government is saying now, you can't just go to the jailhouse because you say, my church is Holy Trinity, and it's on Ashley Street.
All right.
And we've been established for a year, and we want to do ministry in the jail. Well, the government is now saying now who you are accountable to. And so what they want to know now is how long that they've been in existence.
That's right.
And so now this is what's happening now. And so now they ain't saying you can't start your own church, but now what they're looking for is to make people accountable. They're looking for accountability. Well, let me talk on the natural term, because maybe that's too spiritual for you. But what it is now, on jobs now, if you are the supervisor and something is going wrong or the product is not being made like it should be, what they do now is they say, who is in charge?
Who is in charge? That's right.
They're going to go to the person that's in charge, because that person is accountable for the little peons that's working.
That's right.
You got laborers now.
That's right.
Well, for you educated folks, let's run to the education. But if you're in the school system and a teacher get out of order, they're not coming just to the teacher, but they're coming to the principal. And if the principal can't give an account, then they're going to the superintendent. Because somebody got to be in charge. Somebody got to be able to say why this was this and why that was that. It's funny how when we get so saved and God deals with us so that we cannot be submitted. I can't understand that. 1 Thessalonians 5:12 says, And we beseech you, brethren, to know them which labor among you and are over you in the Lord. Admonish them. Appreciate them.
Right.
Can I talk to y'all parents just a little bit? Can I talk to y'all? Now, the school system, I know it's all over. I know if your child get in a fight, they're going to call you. And if your child started it, then you and your child have to go down to the jailhouse. I know they do it in Tip County.
All right.
Because why? The parent is what? Held accountable. They wasn't the one that was fighting.
Yeah. All right.
But they yet held accountable.
That's right.
Am I making any sense?
That's it.
But they yet are held accountable. Now let's go to the pastor. Now when something is not going right in the church,
That's right.
and you know, I get these people, these conversations for the longest from people. I've been preaching over some 30-some years, but these new preachers start telling me, this is what ought to be preaching, and this is what ought to be preaching. This is ought to be preaching. I said, but you're not in Sunday school every Sunday. You're not in Bible study every Tuesday or Wednesday or Monday, whatever yours is, and you're not at prayer meeting all the time, but yet you know what ought to be preached. But how do you know what ought to be preached when you are not submitted? How can you tell me? If you're not working, but one day, you know, you have people that go on the job, you know they're going to miss Monday and they're going to miss Friday. They're going to call in and see can somebody pick up their check. And see, but see, the thing about it is, when they get fired, when they get fired, they get upset. They get upset because why? They were submitted. Because when I hired you for every day. I hired you for every day. I heard one brother say one time that y'all was on Troop Street, and your son says that when I started praying and asking God to reveal the vision to me that my father had, then I could understand and I became submitted. But see, oftentimes, how many times pastors have gotten up and said, now, the church need to pray.
All right.
Okay, and so, see, it's conducive for us when we say the church need to pray, we look at the whole body. But now when we out talking with folks, we the church. Singular. We the church. But you wasn't thinking like that, we the church. When the pastor gave instructions that we need to pray. That we need to pray. But I'm a leader. Yeah, you're a leader. You probably was born a leader. But I got something for you. You got to be trained. You got to be trained to be accountable.
That's right.
You got to be trained to be submitted.
That's right.
I got the word on my side. Yeah. I'm not a fly-by-night preacher, and I didn't come to make no friends.
That's right.
I didn't come to make no friends.
That's right.
So if you call me, you call the wrong person because I didn't come to tickle your ear.
That's right.
But God has to show us where we at.
That's right.
See, He has to put the finger on it sometimes. And many times when God put the finger on it, you're not going to like it. Oftentimes God will give you a word. God will send you a word to get things right. You know what? See, look at the woman that was caught in the act of adultery. Jesus knew all the men had faults. He knew they had sin. But now He didn't accuse her. But now when He freed her, He said, go and sin no more. See, He gave her a charge. That means she had to be submitted to the freedom that God gave her. She had to be submitted to the word that He gave her. And so oftentimes we don't want to be submitted to the word that God has given to us.
All right.
And that word comes to deliver you and I.
That's right.
It comes to deliver. I'm gonna try to get done. I know y'all read these. But it's important. Moses, I look at Moses. I look at Moses. Now, Pharaoh was killing all the babies, right? Can y'all agree with that?
That's right.
That's in the word?
Right.
Okay, he was killing all the babies, right? But God was orchestrating. God was the puppeteer.
All right.
All right? And so God was orchestrating something. So he says, now, I've chosen Moses.
Yeah.
And I've called him to be a leader. But now he got to go through the process of being born.
All right.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to let him be born, but I'm going to save his life. And so what God does, he's born already chosen to be a leader.
Yes.
Do y'all, are y'all following me? He's chosen to be a leader, but he doesn't know anything about leading.
All right.
So what God does, God orchestrates and puts him, what better place to put him at is in a kingdom.
All right.
An established kingdom. What better place to put him in an established kingdom?
Yeah.
So but now God still orchestrating. So now Moses' mother gets the opportunity to raise him.
Yeah.
So she's going to raise him what? Right.
Right.
She's going to put all the ingredients that he needs in him to be a righteous man. But see, y'all think it would just happen overnight. No, it didn't. See, but see, I'm trying to get to your point. And you're not going to be a leader overnight, even though you were born to be a leader.
Yes. All right. Work at that.
Even though you were born to be a leader. And so here Moses is in the house. He's in the house and he's running around and what he's observing. You know, children are the observing things that you ever see. Ain't nothing that you give. Even my little grandson, when he was going, you couldn't even, you had to, if you're going to lock the door or unlock the door, you had to put yourself in between it so he couldn't see.
That's right.
Because he was catching on so quick. He was learning so fast, you know. And so here Moses is. Can you imagine him running in the palace when he's watching Pharaoh lead a nation? He's growing up. God's training. So God puts us in the church. And so the pastor has the oversight, says, I see leadership in you. I see leadership in you. So what I'm gonna put you in the training mode. But it is funny how people outgrow their pastor.
All right.
Can y'all explain that to me? Talk right to me. It's all right to talk. Can y'all explain that to me? Can y'all explain that to me? I ask my sons all the time, how you gonna outgrow me and I'm older than you?
That's right.
I done lived longer than you.
That's right.
But you outgrow me. Watch out, leaders. Watch out, ministers. Listen, it's important to be submissive because, let me tell you something. There's a past. I don't care how much you know. You see, some of y'all can probably quote more scriptures than I can quote. You can probably preach better than I can preach. But I have lived the life of holiness.
Yeah. All right.
I have lived the life of holiness.
Yes.
Are you following me?
Yes.
Well, let me give you an example then. Here's a young man that's 25 years old. And here's a man that's 65 years old.
All right.
The young man, 25, he's been all over the world. He has his doctoral degree.
Yeah.
He may have 2 or 3 doctorate.
Yeah.
He possibly can speak about 5 or 6 different languages.
Yeah.
But he's only 25 years old.
All right.
How much can you live in 25 years? How much can you live in 25 years? Now remember now the old man, he's not the 65.
All right.
He's 65. He done lived to be 65.
All right.
The young man only have lived to be 25. Ooh, man. Do the math. You do the math. Now, in that 25 years, how much have he seen, even though he's been all over the world? Even though he may have 4 or 5 doctorate degrees.
All right.
but he only have lived 25 years. I'm still talking about accountability.
That's right. You are.
And